We have a segment, right?
Yes, we do.
I mean, I would know this if I had an earpiece.
Okay, then I'll just do it for you guys. Before, it's going to be the Muslim versus Dimaga, which was, of course, my match to look forward to. It's time for another update. I heard this one is great. I heard it's very well written, and it's going to be brought to you by the best anchorman out there who has a bright career ahead of him, where they're going to fly him out to events worldwide, because he is my #1 anchorman in the foreign community, Dan the Man Frodan.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. We got lots of things to talk about. We're going to talk about DreamHack. We're going to talk about online tournaments and cups. All this and more on this edition of the European Update with me, Frodan. Hang tight, guys. It starts right now. Last weekend, it was time for the DreamHack Valencia tournament, a 21,000 euro tournament that was last year an eight-man invitational, but this year DreamHack decided to make it a full-fledged event. It started off with double group stage, but then eventually had a round of 16 that had a great mix of Europeans, Koreans, as well as lots of cool players, guys. The Spanish Armada, the Moreno brothers, Vortex, and Frodan were two players to keep a close eye on after their stunning performance at WCS Europe. But there were also a ton of other players that we had to keep an eye on. Even though Vortex did upset Violet, the biggest story of the weekend had to be Targa, and had his career-defining tournament thus far in StarCraft 2. He was able to defeat Frodan and then defeat Hero in the quarterfinals after moving on and losing to Tasia, still managed to secure 3rd place after defeating the Quantic STC. Targo, congratulations on one of the most spectacular runs in DreamHack, and we wish you the best in all of your upcoming tournaments. DreamHack continues to host some of the awesome events. Their TVT finals between Tasia and 4GG was no different, as 4GG, the legendary Brood War Pro, went up 2-0 over Liquid Tasia, but then Tasia stormed back, once again proving why he is perhaps one of the best StarCraft 2 players on the planet, with 3 straight wins and getting his 3rd major Premier Tournament win in only 3 months. This guy is a monster. Of course, you guys can find all the results at Liquipedia, and we thank you so much, Dreamer, for putting on a great scene, and we look forward to more in the future. In other news, the European Poker Strategy League.com has been going on for a couple weeks, and we just want to check in. The league has a very unique format. You play 10 straight games similar to the MLG versus Pro League Invitational, where there's no best of X series. Instead, you play 10 games and rank from that point on. Each of the 9 players play each other, and we've had some really one-sided series, 9-1 in favor of Frodan, who took out Sokka, and Koss, who defeated Titan. The rankings after 4 weeks show that Snoot is on top with 1 match advantage over Frodan and Koss, even though both European Terrans have been doing excellent so far. You can find all the results on Liquipedia as well, and Kevin personally has enjoyed the league so far, so he says go ahead and try, watch the series, and enjoy, and have some good StarCraft 2 time. We also have to cover some of the online tournament cups, such as the Zotac Cups. And Zotac number 1, 2, 3, we saw that Slivko took out Su in a 3-1 fashion. In 124, Vuelmu took out Sage, the Korean Protoss. And in 125, we saw that Beastie Cutie, who returned back to Europe after training in the Razor House in the US, did lose to Freyr, but Beastie is now back and making it to the finals of online tournaments just like he was before he moved here. On other big European weeklies, we saw some unfamiliar faces. Nurchio won won 200 euros. I'm just kidding, I can't bluff like that. Nurchio wins everything, guys. He won another Go for StarCraft 2, number 230. And Hyung won his 2nd Go for StarCraft 2 monthly final for 500 euro. That means Hyun is the 2nd most victories in Go for StarCraft 2 monthly tournaments, only behind Nurchio, who's won 5. These guys are balling out of control. So much money won, but of course, these guys are deserving 2 of the best Zergs who play on online tournaments. And to no surprise, they're also 2 of the best Zergs in the world. That does it for the EU update. I think that's all the stories that is. From Sicily to Italy and everything in between, if you see anything worth noting, don't email me. Email Kevin at rotterdam@nasl.tv. Thanks so much for watching. Now back over to you guys at the desk.
That Frodan. Dan the Fro Man holding it down over on the news deck. One bubble and then it was all smooth sailing.
I got so nervous, man, at one moment. But
I think it did pretty good, but the ending from Sicily to Italy?
Yeah.
You know that Sicily is part of Italy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but like how
And that doesn't really rhyme.
No, not just that. It's kind of weird because both things are like Sicily is an island, and which is part of Italy, and Italy is the country.
Ah, okay. Well, it's still.
You
rhymes.
could say maybe from the island to the mainland.
Doesn't matter. Still rhyme.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Still rhyme.
That's
Say
Akon. Doesn't matter. Still rhyme.
From Nice to Greece. I just did that. Boom.
But it's also kind of weird because Nice.
Boom.
I should have.
You
said
guys
that.
go
I
from
didn't even have to
cities to
Google that.
countries. That's not how you do it. Normally, always
Ah.
it's
Well, let's see you drop a European rhyme.
Amsterdam to Rotterdam.
That doesn't even count. That's the same sound.
Still rhyme. That's a part of rhyming, man. Same sound, different word.
No, but it's like you can't rhyme. You can't rhyme dam and dam.
Oh,
you
yeah, okay.
rhyme dam with ma'am,
Okay.
or with Sam,
Okay.
or with Cam.
Give me 5 minutes. While you do the match introduction, I'm gonna rhyme.